Woof! It's cold. Hello, everybody. It's Joanne. I'm solo today. And it's cold. It's chilly. I gotta be careful. It's a little icy. Look at all that damn snow. Do you see all that? Like, whew. Can we get some warmer temperatures here in our... Hey, Wolfgang, can we please have some warm temperatures? I just need to be like... We're kind of over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. Let's just say be done. Be done. Hello, Walt Money. Hey, let me flip the camera around. I guess I should have done that. Hey, Ben Genium. Oh, look, this guy's getting a spot. Ooh, look at this park job. Oh, it's a mess. Hey, Ben. Sarge Tech. Preston. Oh, look at all y'all popping in. Oh, he's like really far from the curb, man. He needs to pull it in a little. I don't know what he's thinking, but he's really not parked. Like, we could lay down and have a picnic there. No one ever shovels your doorway? That's terrible. Hey, Dave Jeffrey, how are you? Tejas, my man. Look at this. Look at this. Thomas Crenshaw, welcome in. We're going to go for just a really chill walk today. And you guys can see, hey, Romacek. It's actually a beautiful day out. It truly is. But we're just going to go take a chill walk, guys. Midnight Blue, hello again. We're going to go check it out. Joe called. He actually woke me up while he was driving to work today. And like Joe, when he leaves the apartment at the ungodly hour of probably like 5 a.m. It is a beautiful day. Hey, Sunshine NY. And so he calls me, 5 a.m. He's Cindy A. And to tell me that he saw, get this is the best. This is how he thinks I'm dramatic. He's the most dramatic out of the two of us. He calls me to tell me, Angela, there's icebergs. There are icebergs. What time is it? It's about 1:30. There are icebergs in the Hudson. Now, do you know the look I gave him when he said that? Just imagine the look I gave him. And I wasn't even looking at him, but I was in bed, all snuggled up under my blankets. And he's trying to tell me there's some legit icebergs in the Hudson. I was like, dude, for real? For real? Like, you talking crazy. Actually, I wonder if I want to go up that way. Because we want to go down to the water. I think we do. We're going to go over here by the monument, the fountain. Because it's probably one, shoveled. And two, it'll be by where I can actually get down lower towards the river. This way, I'd have to like do a whole traverse thing. We don't need to do that. Let's just go look. And I told him I'd get up and go first thing. But I didn't do that. Because nobody needs to roll out of bed that early. Hello, Nabul. So I have to go down and look at the river. Because he's like, they must be dumping all of the snow in the river. I'm like, I don't know what they're doing. It's 5 o'clock in the morning and you're telling me this. Hello, it's a slot machine. So I spent my morning working on a few things and stuff, setting up a live stream for tomorrow. Because you guys, we have made it through the first month. We are 1/12 of the way through 2022. Dude, don't run me over, hun. Look at this guy. He's gonna take me out. Whew. Ooh, the steps are salted. Yay. Yeah, you guys are just popping in, new to the channel, do me a fave and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. If you like the content. If you don't like the content, I get it. This is the Fireman's Memorial up here at 100. It's dedicated to all the heroic dead of the fire department and stuff. Every year, actually it's like twice a year, they have ceremonies up here. One, of course, is on September 11th. And then there's another one, like the first weekend. It's the very first part of October. I know, I love when the sun is out too. It's a slot machine. It's so nice. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Hi, Scott Briggs. Oh, you're hooked on me? That's great. Yep, we're on Upper West Side. You're Iman from Iran. Well, welcome in. Good to see ya. If I'm not saying anything in the chat, it's because I'm trying to make sure I don't fall on the ice. This was in the Warriors Park. Oh, Warriors, this park. So yeah, they do 2 memorials up here, and the entire street is taken over by, I swear, I think it's all the fire departments in New York City. People come from all over. And it's very moving. I can actually hear, like, they have the bagpipes and everything, and I'll be able to hear it from my apartment because I'm just down the block. Oh, look at all that snow, guys. Look at it all. Look at this. Oh, that's a lot of snow. This is a bus stop. I never take the bus from here, but just letting you know. Some of these cars, well, they're just hoping that the snow is going to melt enough. Yeah, I have to be careful. We don't need me rolling around in the slush. That would be a mess. Hey, Super Squirrel. And no, I did not bring any nuts for the squirrel. We are not feeding the animals unless it was Joe. Then we will feed him and stuff. Is this going to change? I feel like I'm just waiting for it. Oh, there we go. The only thing with the walking here in the slush is you tend to find these sudden pits of, I don't know, like knee-deep water, and you end up with a soaker. We don't want that. No, we don't. Okay, we made it to the park. Now I'm gonna go down. Yeah, so we had to give out a couple more wrenches because on that winter streams that we were doing from the storm, from Winter Storm Keenan, we had a lot of people in the chat, and I only had a few mods. And those poor people, I give my mods such props. They were keeping up as best they could, but we had a lot of people in the chat. It was a little off the hook for us and very sudden. So, one, I thank everybody. I thank my mods incredibly for helping out. And 2, thank you guys for all subscribing. We've made the 1,000, which was, can you apply? Absolutely. When I take my gloves off, okay? And I was stunned that we got there. And thank you to Winter Storm Keenan and all of you fine folk wanting to check out what's happening in New York City. The mods are awesome. Hang on a minute. Okay. Let's see. Arby's makes Reubens. What? Are you for real? I don't believe you. Robert. I know, now it's 1.1, right? It's freaking crazy. But we're enjoying it and we're taking it a day at a time. Right, guys? That's what we're going to do. Yes, everyone here is awesome. We have the awesome sauce in the New York life. That's what we are. Oh, my God. Like, okay. This is the thing. And I had a Reuben fries and jalapeno. I can't believe it. Look at all this salt here. Why is it not spread? Like, you guys just chucked it in chunks all over the ground. A little spreading would be good, okay, guys? Just a little bit more. That'd be fabulous. $0.99 pizza joints yet? We do have them. They have the dollar pizza. But I personally am not looking forward to tasting it. One, it probably doesn't have like the real cheese on it, but we'll do it. We'll do it. Joe would be very excited about it. He totally would. It's so funny because when he goes to work and they have pizza brought into the mill, or he orders it for the whole crew. Sometimes, look at this. It's 32 degrees for right now, going to be 39 tomorrow. I know tomorrow, when it's like in the 30s this week, I'm so excited. I'm going to be like thinking, oh, geez, do I have to wear a heavy coat? Yes, but I'll be feeling like it's spring after the freezing temps we've had. You know? Hello, Kissy Cat. Welcome in. Whew. Okay, we got down that little step. Let's see next one. You pulled out Windex in the car this AM to clean the rear window. The two window frozen solid. Stop. You want falafel at Mamoon's? Oh God, that would sound good. Columbus at 74th. They had the best Sicilian pies. At 74th. There's so many. I know that there's one at like 70. I'm thinking it's 72nd. It's Little Italy. They have a Sicilian pie too. There is also a place around that area called Pizza Collective. Is that what you're talking about? But they're relatively new. Frozen stiff. Wow. And there's alcohol in that. Wow. Oh my God. Look at this winter wonderland. Yo. I gotta tell you that the sun, I'm a real New Yorker from France. You are. I love it, Nipple. The sun feels fabulous on my back right now. I'm kind of loving that. Kind of loving it. Okay, let's go see how this path down looks. If this one looks a little dicey, hello, Rudy, welcome in. If it does look a little dicey, what we're going to do is we'll turn around and we'll go the other way and take the other main path down to the river. But I kind of want to go. I can see that the river is a bit frozen. I mean, not frozen to the point of we're walking across like Jesus. Okay, I hear you, sir, on your city bike. He's dinging. Ding-a-ding-a-ding. Oh, here's another one. He's walking his dog on his bike. There are ice dams in the river? Maybe. But Joe had to wake me up at 5 a.m. I will say he was super kind. He did bring me a coffee before he left. He's like, do you want a coffee before you go back to sleep? From the lakes of North Michigan, got to shred Shush Mountain with my 73-year-old dad. Very cool. Shush Mountain. Oh my God, Nate Webster. That brings back memories. I remember, I didn't ski, but I would remember all my friends that did would always come back, and we were always jealous because they would leave all their little ski tags on their coats, you know? And I'd be like, you're cool. You went skiing. Whereas I did not. One, I knew I was clumsy. Two, I didn't have the coin for skis or for lessons. And now I just know better than to strap on some giant sticks to my feet and then hope I can slide around properly. I mean, those are just larger knives, I feel like. You know? Just like I'm not going to strap a pair of skates on. Because, guys, that'd be a quick end to any live stream. Me and ice skates, holy hell. Okay, let's look here. Skiing stuff is expensive. Yeah, like $600, right? Like, what? You used to love Smith's Bar on 8th Avenue when they had live bands. Have you ever gone there? No, I've never gone there, Wolfgang, but I'm always intrigued by all the different bars. There's so many places here. Like when we moved here, actually I didn't find it when we moved here. A couple years ago, prior to the pandemic, we found a little bar up in the hood, in the neighborhood over here, called Sweet. Spelled like Suite, but it's all pink and white. And it's just this little hole in the wall. But then they would do a drag night. And like these famous drag queens would come out and perform. It's amazing. I love that about New York. Like even the smallest little places have the best performances. Oh, we're going in the tunnel, guys. Notice here they have all these little mirrors so that we can see who's coming around the corner, or they can see me. Do I use them? No. Even though I should. It changed owners like 5 years ago. Cool. But it wasn't good for... Oh, that sucks. Well, maybe somebody else will own it and it'll get better. Cheaper to go down the idea of snowboarding. True. Oh, look, there's a big old barge in the river. Escape from New York movie, that had some nice musical numbers. Oh my God, Escape from New York. Yes, we have watched that since... Oh, the geese are out, guys. They do. I have a couple of friends who are performers, and they perform. They travel the world. They tour the world with big names, and they perform at local clubs and local restaurants around here. Just call him a Snake. Was it Snake Plissken? Is that what it was? Joe loves BLTs. He does. He'll eat everything but the bread. Ooh, that river is moving fast. It looks cold, guys. It looks flippin' frozen, but it's not. Look at that. Snape. Oh, the way down there we can see the George Washington Bridge, the GWB. My son has been binge watching The Real Housewives of New Jersey, and I crack up now when I watch it with him. The first thing they show is the GWB, because that's the gateway to Jersey. Even though we can go through the tunnels, it's just a little more picturesque gateway to Jersey. Look at that river. It's the Hudson. If you keep going up there, you're in the Hudson Valley. A lot of great places up there. I've gone to many. Ooh. Flowing to you up here from the Adirondacks. Okay. Everybody, what do we say? We say, hello, New Jersey. A good short film called, okay, we got that. I love all these suggestions for films and things because I love, ooh, look at the ice. Where's the GWB? Right over there. It's up past 125th. I'm not sure exactly what street it's by, but it's way up there. We actually could walk to it. And at the very base, very base right there, is the Little Red Lighthouse, which was made famous in a little golden book. Do you guys remember those little storybooks that kids had, the little golden books? There's an actual storybook of the Little Red Lighthouse and the Great Gray Bridge. And this is the Great Gray Bridge that's in that book. Last time you crossed it was 1987, coming back from Long Island. Wow, why would you cross the GWB? Ooh. Look at all the ice down here on the rocks. Oy. Let's take a walk over here. Actually, the walking looks pretty clear. So let's get going. Oh, Cross Bronx is where you come in. Okay, gotcha. Look at that sun. And look at our Canadian. Oh, look at this. Somebody lost their little bubby. Look at him. Just sitting there, little unicorn kitty. Hello, Mr. Duck. I mean, Goose. Didn't want to shade you there. My dad lived in Northeast New Jersey. Route 9 to your left was West Side Highway. Yeah, that's what it's called, the West Side Highway. We ride it all the time. Look at all these geese. Our Canadian visitors from the north. Duck, duck, goose. You know what they call that super squirrel in Minnesota? Tell me if anybody knows this. I have learned that game, and it was always duck, duck, goose, right? In Minnesota, they never heard of that. They call it duck, duck, gray duck. Has anybody else known that? I always thought, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, they are the original Angry Birds. He bagged you a Russian troll. Thank you, Robert. Get that. You guys, I won't turn on the subscriber only thing. I mean, I guess it could, but then I'd have to learn how to do it. So, relatives were in Teaneck. Okay, Scott, you heard it as duck, duck, goose, right? I grew up in Michigan. So that's what we said. Gray duck. They would say duck, duck, gray duck. It keeps your mod sharp. Okay, good. Like gray as the color. I'm like, did you guys not know that the duck is actually a goose? That's the goose, not a duck. Makes more sense. Who goes duck, duck, gray duck? It's duck, duck, goose. I know. What in the... You should have seen my face when everybody kept saying it. My son still says duck, duck, goose. And he actually went through the entire time of school in Minnesota. Let's look at the barge. Look at the river. The water is cooking. It is moving. Whew. But it's flat. Ooh, it's like glass. I almost thought when I looked at it, Madison, Michigan. Madison. Where is Madison, Michigan? Duck, duck, da, duck. Okay. Is that what you guys would say? Virtual goose from Arthur. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of where Madison, where is it on the hand? Because if everybody knows anybody from Michigan, hang on a minute. Let me get my hand out so I could show you properly. Hang on. They put the hand up and they go, where are you from? And then you point to somewhere on the hand because that's the shape of Michigan. It looks like a mitten. Southeast Michigan. I would think it's probably an okay area. Madison Heights. I don't think that was a bad area. I mean, we went to Michigan back in December to visit some fam. Hello there, Collecting with Carl. How are you? We're taking a little walk in Riverside Park, right along the Hudson. I had to check out the river. See what it looks like. See what the park is doing. But we didn't get to, we drove through that area. They live in just north of the Detroit Metro. They're in the northern part of the Detroit Metro, or that side. A lot of my geographical knowledge, he said it's very close to Canada. Yeah, that whole area is probably very close to Canada because you're close to Ontario. You just have to cross over the bridge. Look, southeast sticks out from Detroit, so it's very far out from the city. Southwest of the city. The river is so dirty. This river, the Hudson, is not dirty. It really is not. It flows up from the Adirondacks all the way down here. The East River, a little dirtier, but actually they've done a great job of cleanup, I think. Lots of shopping center. Okay. That is a big thing in Michigan. A lot of shopping centers. Oh, Sarge Tech got one. Okay, good. Keeping you guys on your toes. They love to come in. He's multitasking. Oh, I appreciate that the people in the parks, the park system, they clean up the walkways so we can still get our walk on. Yes, squish that bot, squish it. We can get our walk on without killing ourselves here. I mean, as many people that walk through this, they would be like so many people just flat out done, laying on the ground. Oh, we got a copter overhead. Looks closer to Toledo. Okay. Then I kind of know what you're talking about. We actually lived in, he visited me once for 20 days. What does that say? And got so depressed leaving me in NYC and went back to being an alcoholic. Wow, Wolfgang. Oh, Kazakhstan. Welcome. Thank you for coming in, Kazakhstan. I love having people from all over the world. No, I wouldn't eat fish out of the Hudson, would I? No. I mean, but it doesn't look like, when people say dirty, hey there, lucky obsession. Joe is currently at work. I am solo today, so we're a little more chill. I don't have to keep him in line. I don't have to keep feeding somebody coffee for the moment. But I will say, it's like when I think of it's filthy, I would think of like you'd smell it. But people do kayak and canoe on this river. Duck, duck, goose. Oh, what did you say? Versus duck, duck, gray duck. One called Anka gas, which translates into duck, duck, goose. The other was Anka gran Anka. Weird. Oh, wait. What? The theory goes that the Swedes who played the second version were the ones that settled in Minnesota. Well, that makes sense. Everybody there is blonde. Oh, I have to wait and get my monetization, guys. You know how it goes with YouTube. Once you get all your things met, such as your subscribers and your watch hours, which I have all of that, and I have no strikes and all that, then you have to apply. And then YouTube, in all their infinite wisdom, reviews your channel and sees if you are then worthy. So we'll find out if we're worthy. And it might take a little bit, and that's fine. I've been waiting for a long time, and like I said, it happens when it happens. I'm here to bring you guys the sights of New York City and the life here, regardless. It's actually really pretty out today, right? Better than I thought it would be. There's some massive salt here on this thing, though, I'm telling you. Massive amounts of salt. I will succeed? Well, thank you. I hope so. I enjoy doing it. Oh! Every time we're in the park, my dad's fan had cousins years ago in Daytona, but I never went there myself. I've gone to Dayton, Ohio. We lived in Ohio for a while. We actually lived west of Cleveland in a little place called Lorraine, which is just east of Sandusky in Vermilion. Nice little area. Cleveland was a good place. Minnesota was a great place. But New York has stolen my heart. Swear to God. Oh, he's got his little motorized bike. My Pomeranian's indoor dog. I don't want to deal with all that on his... Oh, my God. Looks cold, Ange. Don't mess around. No, it's actually not too bad today. It's like in the low 30s, which from what we've had is like balmy. And there's no wind. If you look out here on the river is just flowing. So no white caps, and it's so like flat, guys. Look at how flat that is. It's actually quite rare. Bengali girls are also nice from Kazakhstan. Really cool. I'll have to check those out too. I actually do try to go back through my chats in my lives. Hey, James Gipe, thank you. And Matt Sefton from the UK, welcome in, guys. I try to check out my live streams afterwards, one, to see what the hell I was doing, and just two, to try to catch up with what everybody's talking about. And I do try to answer every single comment on a video. Sometimes Nightbot likes to hide things and flag them for I don't know what reason, but you know, the Nightbot gets people. Now you live in Georgia, born in Brooklyn. NYC will always have your heart. Oh, it's one of those places that just puts a little bitty stamp on you, right? Puts its little New York City tattoo right on your heart. I never understood it until I moved here. Like I said, I'm not a native, but if you lived here for any decent amount of time, you get it when you get it. You get it. It's that kind of thing. Like things you just acquire, like you say you're online. You're not in line, you're online. Hello, Ambrose. We might make it all the way down. We'll see, but we might make it all the way down to 72nd Street. Which could be kind of fun. Because it's kind of wild how there is no wind. And there's like nobody out. Like no kids. Everybody had to go back to work today, I guess. Except for this person who's playing with the snowball. If you folks tried snow removal in Syosset, Long Island, that was, wow, that was very shocking. Were they shoveling? Or did they get injured? Or what the heck? I know that there was so much snow, and you got to be careful because it's a very exhausting activity, especially if you're not in, any kind of great shape. You got to be careful out there. Oh, he just ran through the snow. I'm not doing that. Shoveling for sure. Men in their 70s, though. 3 died shoveling. 1 died when he fell in a pool. He fell in a pool? What? Oh my goodness. We would get lucky. We would have somebody actually, our neighbors, what they did is they had this huge snowblower, and we would give him gift cards. He would just come and snowblow our entire driveway, which was great because it was long and wide. And it would just take so long. Wow. I am very glad that I do not have to. Joe is also very glad that we don't have to shovel snow. We got people for that. He used the Snow Joe power thing, and I shovel on Saturday, but I took breaks. I gave up because there's too much snow out here. Hey, you know what we would do if we didn't want to shovel? And this was before we had the use of a snowblower. Joe would take the Jeep, because we've always had a Jeep of some sort, and he would run up and down the driveway. Back it up, back and forth. He would crunch the snow down. Now, this is in Minnesota, so you have to understand the amount of snow. Like, this would be nothing. Yeah, the snowblower gets full, and it's sometimes too big. But we would get like 2 feet of snow. And then the next week, he'd get another foot of snow. He would just keep running up and down the driveway with it until he could flatten it out. But then people who had little cars couldn't get up our driveway. And he goes, that's okay. We didn't want you to visit anyway. I was like, you're so mean. Yeah, you do. You would have to prep everything. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to deal with the fall leaves. Sir Joe is at work. If we kept walking this way for a very long time, we'd eventually get to the plant or the mill that he works at. But we're not doing that. Oh, look at all these cars going by. to not have a snowblower is crazy, especially if you live in Colorado as we do. That is like a little, yeah, it is. Or you know what? Honestly, the amount of work that you're going to end up doing, shoveling that snow, it's backbreaking. It's almost like, oh, here's a little tiny piece of ice. Is this the icebergs that Joe was talking about? Those little pieces of ice floating in the water. He's so funny. I want to be like, Joe, did you wake me up for this? Silly boy. But apparently they must have been big enough that he saw them from the road. I'll be like, Joe, the icebergs were tiny. Yes, that iceberg is the iceberg that would have taken out the Titanic, right? Oh, wait, here's another one. Look at, there's that little iceberg. Where's Godzilla at work? Yeah, he's at work. Well, thank you, Solomon. Oh, there's another iceberg. That bastard, he woke me up at 5 a.m. There is no snow blowing and no lawn mowing and none of that. Ah, exactly. I'm over that. My sister, she had to buy a different house. She had to buy a house. She wanted to buy a house. And I'm like, are you sure you want a house? That means you got to take care of it. She goes, I love the yard work. All right, you go for it, honey. I'm not doing that. I can't live like that. We got 58 beautiful people or 54 beautiful people here in the chat. Welcome, guys. We're walking down along the Hudson in Riverside Park. This is actually just the walkway that connects us to the other side. Right there is the West Side Highway. Oh my God, Robert. Why are you telling me these things? You're mean. Snickerdoodle cookies? Do you know? Those are like Snickerdoodle cookies are like the epitome of like homey goodness. Like that just warms the cockles of someone's heart. Oh, Snickerdoodle cookies smell so good. Yes. Well, Tejash was telling us his food, but he can tell us again. We always love it. Snickerdoodles? They're almost like a very simple vanilla cookie with a little bit of cinnamon. And I'm talking a little bit. And they're rolled, like what you do is you have to make the dough, look it up, and then you roll it in a cinnamon sugar. And you flatten them with the back of a glass. And you bake them. And oh my God. They're a very simple cookie. But they're fabulous. Step away from the cookies, I know. David's cookies, they still have those in malls and stuff. Oh my God. Yes, Romachek, Levan cookies. You want to know the funny story about Levan cookies? Yeah, you can, made the Snickerdoodles and ate. That was like one of the first cookies you ever made beyond chocolate chip. Thought we were gourmet people back then. Yes. Romachek, Levan cookies. Here's my story. So, found out about Levan cookies, went there, they're fabulous. You get like the chocolate chip walnut ones or the peanut butter chocolate ones. Oh my God, you think you died and got in heaven. The cookies are huge, super thick, delicious. So me thinking, I want to get some cookies for everybody that's coming. I thought in my head, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm going to get these cookies. I got a dozen of those damn cookies. The cookies are literally the size of my hand. And they're like this thick. They're like this thick. They're thick cookies. They're not like a little thin cookie. They're huge. They also cost like $6 a damn cookie. I got a dozen. Let's just do the math. A dozen cookies. How much did I pay? I was astounded when she told me my bill. I'm like, what did I buy? I bought a dozen fucking cookies. How could it be like $70? Oh, I wasn't even drunk. And I came home. We had those cookies for so many weeks. Yeah, that's a workout carrying those damn things home. That's for sure. Joe was like, my son and my husband were both like, why did you buy so many? I was like, I don't know. I said a dozen. And then after you say it, and then they tell you how much, it's not like you can take it back, because then you feel like you look stupid. So you just go with it. You just go with it like, yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Well, hello, Randy. Hello, Lolo. You just go with it because you don't want to look dumb. So you're like, yes, I really did want all dozen of those. I'm giving them out to people. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, you can't even eat one cookie yourself unless you've had nothing to eat all day. You're new, you subscribed to Information Man Show. Cool. Thank you so much. So yes. Oh, look, we got another iceberg, guys. Wait, iceberg. Oh, chickpeas. What is this? God, Tejas, you have some of the best recipes. You guys, I want some people to start trying out all these damn recipes he's saying. My camera looks great. Awesome. I love knowing that my camera is doing its job. They did a great job, by the way, right? You can't eat heavy stuff like that anymore. Too much sugar and too heavy. Yeah, I can't eat the cookies. I can't have it. I can't have the sugar. I was diagnosed a diabetic a couple years ago. I don't take any meds for it. I just actually do my low carb keto, and it keeps everything in check, and I am healthy. My doctor is astounded by what I've done. Look at the waves. What went by? What the hell just went by? Okay, what went by? Did somebody see something go by? Or was it the Hudson monster? Dosa. He could start a cooking channel, guys. Well, thank you, Khadijahs. It is a beautiful walk today. Cloverfield. It was the Cloverfield monster, Ambrose. Let me tell you, living where that's New York's the backdrop changes everything. Well, Alex, what I am is I actually was diabetic. My numbers read diabetic. And she wanted to put me on meds, gave me a lot of options, such as gastro. I needed to lose weight, everything. And if anybody knows me, when I put it in my head that I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So, of course, had a meltdown in the doctor's office. I told her I'm going to fix this shit. I did a lot of research and started walking, like just chill walking like this. I don't run because, like, I'm not going to run. There better be a Cloverfield monster chasing me if I'm running. And you guys better be running with me. But, yeah, I went totally low, super low carb. And I don't eat anything with sugar or wheat, flours, any pasta starches, things like that. And I dropped about 100 pounds in about a year's time. And then all my numbers came back down. So if somebody was to test me today, I would read as normal. Like, absolutely normal. But enough of that. Everyone is diabetic naturally if you eat sweets. You do. And then, you know what, Tejas? You have no idea how close you are to the truth on that. Exactly. It's all about the excess sugar. You're absolutely right. I had a treadmill a while, just power walked on that 3 days a week and dieted and lost tons of weight. Right. And like the thing is, when doctors sit there and tell you, this is my theory. Okay, now we're in theories. Well, Robert, we know you're not normal. If they were to test me for lots of other things, I'm not normal. Like, why is this woman walking around in a park filming. I got diagnosed with diabetes. Choose changed your diet to low carb. Exercise, I don't even need to be taking in all that medicine. Yeah, the only thing I'm on is a little bit light. I'm talking very light blood pressure meds. That's it. Nothing for diabetes or anything like that. And the reason why I took it so serious is my father-in-law, Joe's dad, and his grandmother were diabetic. Both died from the situations. And it was tragic. It was very sad to see. So I knew it was serious and nothing that you just screw around with. And my doctor now is like, you are like our poster child for what you need to do. So I pretty much adhere pretty strictly to what I need to do. I still enjoy food. Like I have pizza, guys. I just don't eat the crust. You know, that's what you do. You just don't eat the crust. And I become that person. And that's all right. I can be that person. Woo! We did a look at that. The bridge is so far away now, guys. It's getting further and further away. And we're getting closer over here. So a nutritionist got a handle on what a good diet is, but exercise is so important. If you guys can just get out. This is how it started with me. I had to walk, and before I couldn't walk hardly very far. Like if I went for a walk for 20 minutes, I was winded. Now, all Joe does is bitch. He's like, you're killing me. I'm like, you need to walk. And we'll be walking for hours. I'll make him walk 5 miles and he'll be like, why are you torturing me? He's so funny. But yeah, so I started out walking a little bit, built up my stamina, and then I thought, you know what? I see so many great things when you walk. Also, it clears your head, puts me back in touch with the world. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. You're learning. I know a lot of people that watch channels and they learn lots of different things. A bit extra removes the excess blood. Yep, it does. You're right, Tejas. But I'll tell you, that's why Joe is like, he's dying for a donut. He had one donut, actually half a donut, on New Year's Eve. And he's like, he had to step away from the donut. Absolutely, Virgil. That's what I do. I say, if you guys are not able to get outside today, I'll do your walking for you. Look at all the piers up here. It is so nice out. I am just so glad it's not windy. Come spring, we'll start seeing the boats come in here again. I'll be docked out here. You'll have sailboats staggered all along here. Phone troubles? Oh no, Kaz. We don't want phone troubles. Yeah, there's a lot of science to it. There's a lot of science. You're tired, Randy? Come on. Get back on those feet. Or just, I'll do it. It's fine. I'm good. I'm happy. You know why? Because it's not, oh no, we're coming up on some snow up here. You haven't had any for an hour or two. Yeah, it's good. You can walk for 20 minutes. If you did 20 minutes, you'd be surprised what it would do. I haven't had any cakes, candies, or sweets in so long, I've gotten to the point that it doesn't faze me anymore. It's the same thing here. Also, I am very lucky to live in a place that people actually accept that kind of eating. And it's a normal thing to ask for alternates and substitutions. So it's very easy. Like I could go into like a Vietnamese restaurant and tell them no noodles, extra vegetables. They know why and they'll do it. Because it's New York City. Everybody's doing some special damn diet and stuff. So that's what I do, basically. And I love that. Also, there's even people, and when I go to the market, there is a vendor there and a baker, and she is called Off the Wheat. If you check out her, that's the name of her company, Off the Wheat. And she bakes things that are gluten-free and they're diabetic friendly. Like, they actually have no sugars, nothing in it. So they're keto friendly, which is phenomenal, because then Joe can have a little muffin or some donut holes. Oh, veggie fried rice. I love veggie fried rice. We just do it with cauliflower rice or something along those lines. Look at all the piers are empty at the moment. Everybody's gone. The noodles you can have, though, shirataki noodles. You just have to rinse them. Oh, she's feeding the damn birds. Oh, good God. Lady, stop. You're going to feed the rats. Why is she doing that? I can't. If you see our grandparents, their food was the same, but they wanted... Yeah, they did lots of hard work, and that's why their blood pressure and diabetic were in control. Yeah, absolutely, Tyjas, you're so right. Is there ice? Those places are the best, especially when you travel. I know. I don't know why she's feeding the damn birds. Like, these people, they actually... Like, you'll get in trouble. Oh my God, stop. Stop the insanity, folks. I know, that's exactly what I think of. That movie, The Birds. Alfred Hitchcock all over again. I'm going to be Tippi Hedren. The bird's going to come for my head. And yes, I am a Alfred Hitchcock fan. Rear Window. I know. But the thing is if you feed the birds like that, the pigeons and stuff, we're in a park. Where do you think the rats reside? They love this out here. Underneath all this snow, in certain areas, they're actual rat holes. So you're just giving them dinner. We don't need we don't need any more. Stop doing it. There's plenty of food for these animals. Stop. It's New York City. And feed the birds in your backyard. She's just feeding the homeless birds. Oh, guy up north. That's completely different. I feel ya. I lived in Minnesota. We did feed the birds in the backyard. But it was cardinals. And it was the woodpeckers. And these were birds out in the wild and stuff. And I get it. Yes, whatever. But do you know how many pigeons we have here in New York? And do you know how many rats we have here in New York? It's a legit problem. Are them benches made of steel? No, Randy. They are made of wood and concrete. And Joe's not here to answer any steel questions. I'll just give you a short thing. We're going to make it to 72nd Street, guys. I think we will. I think one woman who kept feeding these pigeons up by, not here in the park, this part of the park. It's like farther, and this is like a little more remote from the homes and the buildings. But she was she was feeding the birds, the pigeons, like out her door. Okay? And in doing so, she was attracting major amounts of rats. No lie. They actually had to find her. They had to find her as in seek her out, catch her in the act, and then they had to find her because she was basically drawing the rats to the apartment building. I'm like, lady, come on. I get it. You love animals. What does that say? You have pigeons as big as ostriches? The weather here, yes, I know it's gross. The weather here the past couple days has been really, really cold. Today is much warmer. Of course, Saturday was our winter storm Keenan, who decided to dump a ton of snow. All the snow, we had no snow before Saturday. I know, it makes her feel better. She feels attached to the birds. I get it. I get it. I think my sister-in-law would do the same thing. She'd be out there feeding the birds too. You know, you see it all over the world. I remember when we went to Italy, we would see people in Venice in the, square, in the piazza, feeding birds, feeding the pigeons. And it was such a cool thing to do, but, I mean, I didn't do it. I know. Randy. No, this is actually Riverside Park. This is the park that goes along the west side of Manhattan. Starts all the way up past 125th, way past it, by the George Washington Bridge. And you can actually walk this path all the way down to Battery Park in some form. It's actually very cool that you can do it. Okay, what am I missing? Did something go by on the other side? Like there's all of a sudden this wave. Is this the tide? What is going on? I feel like I'm missing something. It's actually, one of my things I want to do. It does look nice. Yes, Riverside Park in Manhattan. It's literally a half block from my house, from my apartment. I just walk down the hill and boom, I'm in Riverside Park. Good morning. Yes, it is very amazing. Maybe it is just the tide. Maybe the tide is coming in. I just didn't think it would come in like that. It's kind of what, that's New Jersey over there, guys. Hello from Germany. Jens, Paul, welcome in. Oh, you're welcome. You'll be seeing lots of the Hudson. Oh, you're going to come out here in May? Fabulous. It's a beautiful time to come out. I think at that time, the cherry blossoms will be blooming. Oh, when the cherry blossoms bloom, it is a magical time in the parks. Everybody runs out, and that's all that starts to go on everybody's Instagram feed. Cherry blossom city, man. Swear. Right now we're looking at the Hudson River, and across the way is New Jersey. In front of us, we're walking towards, we're going to be around 72nd Street on the west side. Isn't that great, Penny D? I love that. I love it. It's like you got your walk on, but you're on your treadmill, still warm. Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. You know, if you have any questions about New York, drop me a line. Drop me a note on my emails on my page. I'm always happy to share out what little information I may be able to give you. It's a big city, but it has so many hidden gems. And once you let yourself open up to New York, you'd be surprised at how comfortable and relaxed you can be here. I think it is just the tide, guys. Oh, no. You know what it is? The ferry. I just see the ferry over there, but it's also the tide. There's a ferry way down there. Yes, I am all calmed down from the ferry, the car ride the other day. Hey, Vegas Slot Stars. You discovered my channel today. The first time I hit the about button since 3 years. I followed Action Kid and some others. Oh yeah, I actually follow Action Kid too. God. Chocolate pudding. I want to make a chocolate cream graham cracker pie. Oh my God. But I do think it's also partially the tide. Look at it come in. Cozy Shack. Cozy Shack pudding. Yep, a little further down is where Sully landed the plane. My mom was like, when he landed it on the Hudson. He is very good. He walks really far and in so many different neighborhoods. I mean, a lot of waterways are polluted, but I don't think the Hudson's terrible. I've seen worse. I mean, I grew up in Detroit, so there you go. Look at this little pups. Oh. Is where you see the Loch Ness Monster. That's so funny. Look at those big apartment towers. That's a lot of people. Yeah, that's where I grew up. Versus living in NYC versus outer NYC. Are you talking about NYC is the 5 boroughs. Manhattan. Everybody refers to Manhattan as the city because it's like the center. Where everything happens in Manhattan. That's the city. And then you have Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, and the Bronx. Now, for me, I think I'm a Manhattan girl. I'm so glad. But the other boroughs are great. One borough I've really got to explore more is Staten Island. Up in the Bronx, we love going to Arthur Avenue. That's like the real now Little Italy. I love that area. But there's also the Bronx Zoo, the Bronx Botanical Gardens. So much to see everywhere. Queens and Flushing has a lot of Asian influence. The restaurants there are amazing. And Brooklyn, Brooklyn is like its own little world. Park Slope, Boerum Hill, Cobble Hill. Yeah. We are constantly exploring. And I love finding new spaces to go to. I mean, there's always, once the weather warms up, you're from Westchester? Yep, that's just north of us. Once it warms up a little bit, there's always the fairs, the street markets. There's so much that happens. And even now in the winter, they still keep happening. They're just on a smaller scale, but people still go out. It's what New Yorkers do. I did have on that one stream, what do I like about Manhattan? I will say one of the best things about Manhattan is the transit system. And it's all throughout New York, but living in Manhattan, that's where all the lines are. I can get anywhere super quick, pretty much. A lot of people will take Ubers and Lyfts, or private cars. But if you are a New Yorker, you know that a $50 Uber, that's 10 bacon, eggs, and cheese. Okay? And we know the bacon, egg, and cheese is way more important than that $50 Uber. Unless I'm wearing some Louboutins and it's a hot night or something. And Joe today, he is working. Well, thank you so much, K-Flip. Yep, first step towards the 10,000. We did make our 1K, which is subway lacking. It is. Red Hook is very subway lacking. Wolfgang's got a wrench. Congrats to you. Yes. Subway ticket prices are $2.75 for the moment. You know, I say for the moment because you never know when the MTA decides, well, we need just a little bit more money, you know? But you can take the subway. You can take the New York City ferry, the NYC ferry. And you can also take the Roosevelt tram, which goes over to Roosevelt Island, all for the great price of $2.75. Which to me, with having the ability to move around like that, is amazing. And it does take a little bit to understand. I mean, it's very daunting. People say, oh my God, the subway, I can't go on the subway, that's too scary. Yes, it can be very scary. But what happens is when anybody comes into town, friends or family to visit us, we start them off and we say, you're going on the subway. And then they're scared. Oop, almost slipped there. And then once they go on it and they realize how easy it is to move around, they're like, oh, then they're very grateful. And then they take their Metro card home as a souvenir. Take us for cakes and donuts. You're so silly. I can't have cakes and donuts, dude. And my lady's not there's no market today. It's Monday. She's there on Wednesday and Friday and Saturday. I've already scoped that out. We're going to walk down to the end of the pier. A lot of people over here will actually fish. Not me. Look at this cute pups. Hey, cutie. We'll actually fish from this pier, which kind of blows my mind. Because I was like, what are those things there for? They have these tables out in certain spots so you can fillet your fish. Look at this barge coming up the river. Oh, guys, we've done like an hour so far. How far are you from your place? Well, we're probably at about 72nd. So we are about 25, maybe, 25, maybe 30 blocks from my apartment. Just down the island. Look at this dog walker. I'm assuming she's a dog walker. She has 3 different dogs. That's like a profession. Here, you can be a dog walker. Any hot dog stands coming up? No, the hot dog stand is closed. You did 11,233 steps now. Definitely couch time, honey. That's about 5 miles. That's a lot. How many floors? How many floors of what? You got stung by a bee on my big toe, and now I have this strange compulsion to find a blowtorch. I know. Did you like that story? I swear to God, I don't make this shit up. You can't make it up. Joe is very... I tell him, I go, Joe, you are a living cartoon. I swear to God. That's our life. We're like a living sitcom. Not even joking. He's booking. He is cruising down the river. Let's go look this way, because he's kind of boring. Look at all the dead piers, I call them. I use my phone to track your steps. I use my phone too, and I usually have my iWatch on, but it was dead because I forgot to put it on the charger. So no iPhone, no iWatch today. Someone's out of oil. Yeah, they're trucking that down. They truck the oil, they truck the garbage, they barge everything in and out. Look at that view, guys. Tell me that's not fabulous. And if you do, I'm just going to ignore you if you say it's not fabulous. Look at that. Yeah, I know. It records my steps on my iPhone. I do find that the iWatch is more accurate. And as you know, as Joe always says, him and I are in a competition, always, according to him. And he says that I always appear to have more steps than him because I have an iWatch on. And I'll just go with it. He's a temperamental little booger. He's in a competition, don't you know? Here we go, guys. Oh, I got you guys strapped on my wrist because I'm at the furthest point on the corner. Look, we're right here at the very corner, and we don't want to lose the phone. But look how calm and beautiful that is. Yes, right, Wolfgang. He's so crazy. He is always in a competition. I tell him I'm not, but he thinks we are. Look how nice and calm that is. Let's just take this in for a moment. It's stuck at 3. Well, if you have a little pedometer, just shake it like this. I actually, because the way the river is moving, I almost feel like I'm at the prow of a boat. Look, it just feels like we're moving, but we're not. We're on a pier. There's the city. I'm sure there's somebody in their apartment up there looking down at us. You're addicted to doing steps. I take weekends off. My legs hurt. Yeah, I know. You did shake it. That's how it got to 3. Randy, you're so crazy. Look at how little the cars are. Well, thank you so much, Kaz. I saw that Lolo was monetized too. That was fabulous. I saw part of her live. How wonderful is that? It's an achievement for sure. And we came from all the way, I'm going to say right about up to here. Right around there is where we came in from. We walked all the way down. Such a beautiful afternoon here. Well, guys, I wanted to see if we can get down here, see how the water was. We only saw, how many icebergs did we see? I think we saw maybe, 3? They were itty bitty. They were like the ice cubes that were in my soda. How often do I do a live stream walks? I could watch this every day. I do almost go live almost every day. So it'll either be like walks like this, or I'm going to go to something like tomorrow. Guys, we are going to be going down to Chinatown because guess what? It is Lunar New Year, Year of the Tiger. Roar! Year of the Tiger. We have the Eye of the Tiger, guys. So we are going to go to what is called the firecracker ceremony. It's what kicks off. You miss me when I'm not on. Thank you. I'm on. It kicks off the Lunar New Year celebrations and stuff. Some places call it Tet. I think it's Taiwan calls it Tet. I lost screenshots from the other park. As I said, phone troubles. Oh no. Ankara so snowed today. Oh, okay. But we're going to be going down there. I think I had set for 11:30. I may be on there a little bit early, but we'll see. But I'm going to be down there for sure at that time. And the firecrackers go off at noon. Yes. But it all is, the Lunar New Year and stuff. So we will see the firecracker ceremony. In a couple weeks, they will have the big parade that happens in Chinatown. There's a lot of festivities that happen. So I'm going to try to pick out the best ones and bring you guys with me on those so we can check them out and stuff. There will be dancing lions, I'm sure, and lots of music and stuff, and there'll be firecrackers. And let me tell you, the parade I think is on the 12th. I'll double check, but I'll have that posted prior so you guys know when and where and stuff. But that's so much fun. Like, so much fun. I can't wait to bring it to you guys. I love the parade in Chinatown. It's like off the hook. Oh, this little dog lost one of his shoes. But you guys, thank you so much for joining me on my afternoon walk. It was a beautiful. No, carry your gun. Yeah, we don't need that here. I mean, it's the water gun. That's different. But I truly enjoyed the walk with you guys. I hope you did too. If you're new to the channel and you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button and then also the notification bell, because I will schedule some streams, but I go live a lot without even letting people know. It just depends on the weather. So you guys have a great day. Enjoy it. Love each other. And peace out. Bye.